Wait, where's this taking me? Oh, right outside here. Oh, okay. Didn't notice this. Oh. I mean, it's a pretty nice house. Well, that's about it. I didn't realize that making these is gonna make me not able to make treatments, but it's okay for now. Oh hey, these guys respawned, nice.
Thirst for blood.
This is despicable.
This is despicable.
Screw and shillings. Who throws money in the trash though? It's dumb. I mean, why would anyone do that? Uh-oh. What's this? What's this happening here? Oh, hey, you got a chest here. Hello. Oh, of course I can't open it. Crime of lost knowledge. Vampires are deadly. Vicious sometimes. Dangerous, deadly, vicious sometimes. So this is a fact that I won't deny it, and I won't deny it. And that's precisely why we must understand what they are, sometimes who they are, in order to achieve a better mutual understanding. You remember the interview with Titus Flavius Josephus, conducted by one of us in 1548, when he finally encountered the creature in Spain? Do you remember how each of the very carefully chosen words expressed by this vampire warmed our hearts each time we read them? For they were all extraordinary windows to a past of which we only have glimpses. Well, Titus Flavius Josephus is no more, since the Vatican's hunters destroyed him a few weeks ago, and with him vanishes unearthed treasures of knowledge about the pillars of our civilization. This is a crime probably as heartbreaking as the killing of an innocent life by a vampire. This is exactly why the path of the Guard of Pruin is criminal as it is barren, for each time they successfully conduct one of their methodical hunts on the old vampires of England, instead of carefully and respectfully approaching them, they destroy a part of our common roots with the immortals. They wipe an opportunity. The concept of a great hunt is a crime, for it blindly kills words and thoughts. From Drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge by Osher Tolthrey, Primates of St. Paul. Okay. So, who are you?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
Oh. Seems to know that many Londoners have been recently murdered. Well, I didn't do it, but I'm guessing if I actually killed someone, I think if I actually killed someone, he would have a different dialogue option here.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Okay.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Okay. Well, read my fortune then.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St.
Wait, is he a
Paul's
vampire?
Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though.
Uh-huh.
Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed.
I'm gonna read
even
it.
to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man.
Uh-huh.
A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Sure.
Here is the money.
The snake. A bitter woman, smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Wait, what? Oh. Really? Really? That's kind of dumb. Why? I mean, I guess it would be fine if it actually didn't reveal the hint itself. If it was a hint how to get the hint, then I would be fine with it. But just buying the hints, that's dumb.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo.
Oh?
In spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then. A strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood.
Uh-huh.
We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
The Templars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Okay.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
I
Is
have
it
no blades in
possible
my
to
hands.
tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
We get old bloods.
I would rather not know. How
I told
is it?
A
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is
I mean,
to observe and gather
obviously
information
he's-
about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Obviously, he would. He was supposed to tell him. That's his job. Yeah.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Okay, well, there's still a thing we don't know about him. Have I ever played the Broken Sword games? I played one of them on PlayStation 1. I think it was Broken Sword 2 or Broken Sword 3. I think it was 2. 3 was the 3D one, yeah?
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
He was a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn until 1900s. Yeah, I did play it, but I don't think I ever finished it. But it was a long time ago, so even if I did finish it, I wouldn't remember if I did or not. Wow, his mesmerism level was 6, but he only gives you 2,000. I guess because he's old. We still need to meet 3 people, yeah. She's sick, but we can't heal her until,
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. The Fool and the Empress. Again.
Okay, we did get old bloods. We can, what is this? There has to be some significance to this. Let's analyze that blood we just got. So that means if we actually killed someone, I don't think he would have given us the old bloods. Wait, what? We can't analyze it? What is it then? Wait, it's a serum. Okay, we got 5,600 blood. I mean, experience points. Basically the same thing. I'm gonna use it in a second. We can't use it right now. Why? Oh, is it just something that gets me to 100% of my blood, no matter how much I have right now? I guess that's it. It's kind of useless then. Hello, who's you? Okay.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Uh-huh.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
Oh. You don't know what you're waiting for. Agamemnon and Pericles. Okay.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer, exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Okay.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
Yeah, I love how he just says this and there's no reaction from the bro. Probably because the bro's gonna basically say the same thing, I'm guessing.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
XC1 Game Server. I mean, that's just an engine limitation, right? Where you can only have a conversation with one person, and there's no like overall group conversations.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
It was... I didn't mind it here that much, but it was especially stupid when we were playing Arcania, and there was a conversation in one of the temples with the two mages, and basically what happened, it was a cutscene, but we talked to this guy, he says two things, then the conversation ends, and the other guy talks to us, and it happened back and forth a few times. It was really dumb. I don't mind it being like this here, that much at least. If we have to have a conversation with many people, it's gonna be a cutscene.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, something's very wrong with these dudes. Why don't they know why they're waiting?
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
Yeah.
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
The treasure was in our hearts all along.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
And what was it?
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore?
Yeah.
Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
So, they have opposing explanations about the current situation. Okay.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing. And for
I think
what
I know what's
But is
going
that
on.
not a common problem for all mortals?
It's drugs.
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He has always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Okay.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once.
But I
and for
talked
all.
to him and
But
he
why
said he
would you
didn't know
need this
anything.
person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Okay, let's talk to the other brother
Hello
now.
again, Dr. Reed.
Okay, we don't have any hints about
Goodbye
any
for
of
now.
these two. We can't talk about anything else. Okay, we only need to know one more person. Carolyn's daughter. Oh, there she is. Hello, want to talk? Hello? I really want
I'm
to talk to
sorry,
you.
I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
I hope you
Good
can stay a
evening,
little
Miss
longer
Price.
this time.
I'm Dr.
Wait just a
Reed.
second.
Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Your mother's name is Carolyn. And your name is Carol. Why? Why would she give you a name that's almost the same as her own?
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
I mean, I guess it's better than naming your child after yourself. Because that's even stupider, I think. That's pretty dumb.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
Her mother's just talking to me in the background, I hear her.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Okay.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
She could be Caroline II. Yeah, I mean, it's like George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. Like, I think it's a very medieval thinking that leads to people actually naming their children after themselves. Even like, I mean, naming your child after your own father would be okay-ish, but maybe great-grandfather would be like the one that's the most okay, and that's totally fine. Hey, I'm Bob, son of Bob, who is the son of Bob.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
In this country, everyone is named Bob. This is the Republic of Bob.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Okay.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
I mean, being clumsy is a fetish.
Goodbye, Carol.
I've watched enough anime to know that it is.
Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Yeah, about your daughter.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Yeah.
Dr. Reed,
No.
I am glad to see you again.
Go away, Carolyn. I know your games. So we know everyone now. And normally she is slightly sick. But we can do anything further. Oh. The game forgot where Aloysius Dawson's house is.